Hey friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Noelle, and on this channel we talk all things books and bookish related with a little bit of lifestyle stuff sprinkled in. So if that's your jam, make sure that you subscribe and like this video. But today we're talking all things books, okay? And we're talking book challenge. All right, so we're gonna do the quick to judge challenge. If you read the thumbnail and the title, you know that. Okay, my post-its are jumping ship here. But today we are going to do our first book challenge.
A challenge. Now, I didn't challenge nobody. Oh, yes, you did. Challenge!
Hey! Challenge!
Challenge! Challenge! Challenge!
Challenge! Hot damn, let's get up there.
So several months ago, I was tagged in a book challenge by Ellen Made Book Club, or Ellen from Ellen Made Book Club, several months ago. Like, not even joking, it was a long time ago. And I didn't see the tag until the other day. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. On it. So this is my contribution to the Quick to Judge book challenge. I have to resort to my notes here. So this challenge was created by Ali Rizdal. I'll tag everybody below. A few years ago, and then recently, well, I mean, kind of not so recently now since it's several months later, but it was revived by Just Book Girl TV. And, you know, since it was so long since I was tagged, this might be a revival too, child. I don't know. But we're here and we're going to get going. So let me tell you about the rules. The rules are you pick 5 to 10 books. I'm going to try to get as close to 10 as I possibly can. You read the first paragraph of those books out loud to you guys. And then I rank them in terms of which ones that I'm most interested in. And then the top book is the one that I add to an upcoming TBR. So, and I haven't picked my TBR for October yet. So it actually might even make my October TBR. We'll see. And so let's see, am I missing anything? Oh, and you can't choose a sequel to a series that you've already started. So you can't do that. But the hardest part about all of this is just reading the first paragraph out loud. So that should be fun. Let's hope that I have my reading skills, my out loud reading skills on today. All right, so I get to pick books. What I did here, as you can see, my TBR cart it's back overflowing, which means that I'm not reading fast enough. It's neither here nor there. But I also added post-its of a couple of books that I've been wanting to get to. I will read them to you so that you know what they are. Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings. Both of those are on KU. So confession. I have never read a Frida McFadden book. I know. It's hard to believe, but also not really. I am a mystery thriller girl, but I feel like when somebody is churning out books, I'm quick to judge. In that some of those books just might not be that great. However, so many of you have said that you love The Housemaid. So I'm adding The Housemaid, which is also on KU, to this list or potential list. And also Beartown by Frederick Bachman, I'm also adding. I think I had that one on my Kindle already. So those are the ones that I am adding. I don't think that I had anything in my library queue that was coming up because I was going to try to add something from there too. So I'm going to go through and pick 10 books that I'm interested in reading, that I'm kind of hot to death to read. I didn't create a fall TBR, but I'll kind of lean into that vibe. And also I'll be looking at books that have been on my card for quite some time. So let's go through and pick these books. You really just don't want to stay up there. Okay, so that one, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm trying not to pick the brand new books. 6, 7. I can't do a sequel. We'll take those guys down since they're new. Let's see, where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Hmm. 9. I feel like I need another romance, right? Let's say TJR. All right. Oh, wait, no. Wait. Hmm. Oh man. Okay. I will take out. I'll take out Kakai. Kakai. And add. I'll do it. I'll add the housemaid. All right. So I have my 10 books, I think, and I will pull up my Kindle, and I have my phone here, and I have my hard copy. So we'll read all of those. So I'll do the housemaid first, since I have it here on my Kindle, and it just says do the first paragraph. I'm not going to include prologues, I don't think. Or should I? Maybe I should. I think I will. Okay. So the first paragraph, well, I have to read a paragraph, well, kind of two, because the first paragraph is just one sentence. So this is the first paragraph from the housemaid, from the prologue. If I leave this house, it will be in handcuffs. I should have run for it while I had the chance. Now my shot is gone. Now that the police officers are in the house and they've discovered what's upstairs, there's no turning back. Oh, okay. That sounds good. I think that would make me want to keep reading, and it would keep me intrigued. Okay, so next up, I had Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. If you've been here, you know how I feel about TJR and her writing. So let's get to the first paragraph here. It's a good thing I booked an aisle seat because I'm the last one on the plane. I knew I'd be late for my flight. I'm late for almost everything. That's why I booked an aisle seat in the first place. I hate making people get up so that I can squeeze by. This is also why I never go to the bathroom during movies, even though I always have to go to the bathroom during movies. Okay. By that first paragraph, I don't know. I'm going to try to sit these to the side because otherwise, when I get ready to rank the 10, it will be pure confusion. All right, then I have The Seduction Theory by Emily Adrian. Some of these books, I don't even know what they're about anymore. But it didn't say to read the synopsis. It said to read the first paragraph. So I'm going to try to stick to the challenge here. All right, chapter 1. Oh, this is a long first paragraph. Lord. At the creative writing department's end of year party, Ethan's secretary fed him kale with her fingers. Ethan wasn't supposed to call Abigail his secretary. Trouble was, Abigail often referred to herself as his secretary in wry subversion of the school's progressive values, and her jokes had eclipsed her actual job title in Ethan's memory. The party was crowded. Grad students were crammed into the kitchen, hoping their advisors heard them talking about sex. In the adjacent living room, academic spouses grew weary of discussing summer plans as if everyone had summers off. Soon the house would overheat, guests would spill into the yard, but for now, stayed close to the collapsible buffet table on which they had placed their offerings. I brought the kale salad, said Abigail, who was not attractive, but to whom Ethan was attracted. He'd formed a habit of fixating on her least appealing features, her crusty eyelashes and fleshy earlobes, daring his lust to subside, which it did not. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. That was a long paragraph, and there was a lot happening. Ethan and Abigail. Then we have Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I hope this one is shorter because that. Oh, Okay, so this one has a little bit of dialogue as kind of the start of the story. So I guess I have to read through the dialogue through this very short first paragraph. I hope that's okay. I'm breaking rules. All right. I love Thursday nights. They have a feel to them that's outside of time. It's our tradition, just the three of us, family night. My son Charlie is sitting at the table drawing on a sketch pad. He's almost 15. The kid grew 2 inches over the summer and he's as tall as I am now. I'm actually just going to stop there because that's kind of the first paragraph. So I lied. I'm not going to read through the dialogue because I feel like that might be kind of cheating. Okay, so Thursday nights. Next, we have a memoir of line stealing, writing, and healing: The Many Lives of Mama Love by Laura Love Hardin. So this one is a memoir. And chapter 1. Oh, okay. Reading was my first, it says as needed for pain. Reading was my first addiction. When I tell people this today, they laugh and nod as if they understand, as if they too are part of a secret book addict society whose greatest crime is staying up late, a flashlight under the covers, compulsively reading page after page. First paragraph. So that feels a lot like me. I used to be terrible as a child. I didn't ever want to go to bed. Next up, so on trend for the season, Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody Crowley. I bought this last year and I didn't get to it in time, and I was kind of sad about it. So I'm going to assume this is another kind of thriller, mystery thriller here. Okay. I have really outfucked myself this time. I mean, I know I'm already a champion screw up, but if you were waiting for my gold moment, well, this is it. There you go. Okay, so right now that's my number 2, I guess, maybe 1. I don't know. I'll have to debate it at the end. All right. Next, we have The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. And first paragraph. It's so funny how many books have their first paragraph as just a singular sentence. So if it's just one sentence, I'm actually reading the paragraph after that too, because one sentence is ridiculous. Okay, so her husband's almost home. He'll catch her this time. There isn't a scrap of curtain, not a blade of blind in number 212, the rust-red townhome that once housed the newlywed Motts until recently, until they unwed. I've never met either Mott, but occasionally I check in online. His LinkedIn profile, her Facebook page. Their wedding registry lives at Macy's, and I could still buy them flatware. Interesting. Okay. I don't know how I'm feeling about the 10 books that I chose, but here we are. You know, it actually is saying a lot too, because that may be why they're still in my cart. All right, so next up we have Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I remember when so many people were talking about this book and they were talking about how it made them bawl, and I kept putting it off because I was like, I'm not in the mood to bawl, but we'll see. Okay, Archer, 7 years old, April. Grab my hand, I got you, I said real soft, the helicopter lifting off the ground as Duke grabbed Snake Eyes' hand. I was trying to play as quiet as I could. My mama was banged up again, and I didn't want to wake her where she was sleeping up in her room. She'd told me to watch cartoons up in bed with her, and I had for a while, but when I saw she was asleep, I came downstairs to play with my G.I. Joe toys. Okay. All right. Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young. This is another one that I purchased, I want to say last year, and I did make it to it in my fall TBR, or really my October TBR, I want to say it was. So it's still here. All right, August. There were tales that only the island knew, ones that had never been told. I knew because I was one of them. Technically, that's the first paragraph, but I'm going to keep going. I stood at the bow of the ferry as Sayorsi emerged from the mist like a sleeping giant tucked into the cold waters. The biting wind had numbed my fingers, clutched around the railing, and they tightened as I swallowed. I'd imagined that moment 1,000 times, even on days that I wasn't completely convinced the island had ever existed. But there it was, as real as the skin that covered my bones. Okay. In our 10th book, we have In the Time of Butterflies by Julia Alvarez. And this book I received as a gift quite some time ago, so I should read it sooner rather than later. We'll see. She is plucking her bird of paradise of its dead branches, leaning around the plant every time she hears a car. The woman will never find the house behind the hedge of towering hibiscus at the end of the dirt road, or at the bend of the dirt road. Not a gringa dominicana in a rented car with a road map asking for street names. Dede had taken the call over at the little museum this morning. Okay. So that's 10. Yeah, I chose some really interesting ones. So let's see. All right. If I'm... Okay, I will say I'm going to put at the bottom Seduction Theory, I believe, because that was that long paragraph that I did not enjoy, really. So I'll put that in 10. And then, because my memory is terrible, I have to look at the first few words. Oh, so I actually like that paragraph. I think I'm going to do 9 as, yes, Spells for Forgetting. 8, Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. No, 8, Dark Matter. 7, Maybe in Another Life. Which one was Archer's voice again? Grab My Hand. Okay. Sleep Downstairs. 6, Archer's Voice. 5, In the Time of the Butterflies. 4, The Woman in the Window. 3, The Many Lives of Mama Love. Oh gosh, and then I need to pick between The Housemaid and Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody Crowley. Cody Crowley. Let me go back again. I think I'm gonna do 2 Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch, and then 1 I am going to read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I am finally going to read my first Frida book, which is crazy to me. So crazy. So yeah, this was fun. I had to not choose in advance who I was going to tag, so I will do that down in the comments below. I like these challenges. They're kind of fun. If you have other challenges, like, send them my way. And if I don't tag you, still consider this a tag to challenge yourself to do this video. So stay tuned to see who I actually tag. And then if you do this video, tag me so that I can see your video too. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.